Imagine waking up to a dead phone, no lights, no trains, and not a clue what's going on. Well, that was the reality for millions across Spain and Portugal after a sudden blackout brought both countries to a standstill. A massive power outage plunged large parts of Spain and Portugal into chaos, leaving millions in the dark, literally and figuratively. Homes, businesses, and entire transport networks were paralyzed, turning a normal day into a logistical nightmare. By today, electricity has been restored to around 90% of mainland Spain, and most of Portugal is powering back up too, but the shockwaves from this blackout are still being felt across both countries. Our reporters on the ground describe scenes of confusion and disruption. In central Madrid, life is slowly returning to normal. Traffic lights are back, and the roads are flowing again, but rail travel is still a mess, especially in regions like Catalonia, where many passengers were forced to spend the night stranded at stations. Schools in several areas also remained closed today. Over in Portugal, things are looking a bit brighter, literally. Power came back online a bit earlier in the north than in Lisbon, and most schools are open again. The metro in Lisbon did see some delays this morning, but overall, people are getting back to their routines. But here's the big question. What actually caused this blackout? Well, that's still a mystery. What we do know is that both Spain and Portugal were temporarily cut off from the main European power grid. Some are speculating about cyber attacks, especially with Spain's increasing reliance on renewable energy like solar and wind, which in theory can complicate grid stability. But government officials are urging caution, saying it's too soon to jump to conclusions. In fact, Portugal's Prime Minister Luis Montenegro was quick to dismiss any cyber attack claims, stating that there's no evidence to support them. Still, the lack of immediate answers has left many uneasy. While authorities dig into the cause, the impact was felt far and wide. The Madrid Open tennis tournament was halted, leaving fans and athletes disappointed. Across Portugal, there was even a brief wave of panic buying. Water, toilet paper, essentials, ringing eerily familiar to those pandemic days. And with no mobile service or internet for much of the blackout, many people were left in the dark in more ways than one, relying on car radios and battery-powered devices for updates. The two countries are now working separately to ensure systems are stable, with Portugal having to reboot on its own after losing connection to Spain's grid. But as lights flicker back on and systems are rebooted, one thing's clear. This blackout hit hard, and the recovery, though underway, isn't over yet. So what do you think caused this massive outage? Cyber attack, system failure, or something else entirely? Let us know in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe for the latest updates as this story develops.